Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. It's me, Rain. And as you guys probably know, that it is out there. So two well-known creators did two different videos, but I'm only going to talk about one. So I guess in a way this is part one, about a creator that created a hashtag. So this is part one, and this part one video is called hashtag Black Witches Lent. Now, I'm not considered a witch per se because I'm a Norse pagan, but I'd like to do little challenges. I'm kind of deciding if I want to do this little challenge or not. But in my eyes, before I go further into it, when I did read some of this stuff and watch a few other videos, in a way it's kind of like, to me, and this is my opinion, so don't come for me, in my opinion, I see this as a way of dealing with your shadow self, how to deal with the things you've done in the past and bringing them forth to help you work through them. And a way you could do that is working with your darker, I don't want to say dark deities, but your deities that you work with. In my case, I work with Hela. Oh my god, I was about to say Hecate. I don't work with Hecate. With Hela, Venerer, and Loki. So that means I would have to go with them and work through all this stuff that I have, which is the 7 daily sins. So you ask, what are the 7 daily sins? And I will link, for this part, I will link the creator's video, and they could explain it a little further, and along with a few other people that I know that was talking about this. So the 7 daily sins are as follows: pride, greed, wrath. If you don't know what wrath means, a lot of anger. Envy, lust, gluttony. If you don't know what gluttony means, I don't know how to say it, but like, it's kind of like greed, but wanting more of something that you like more money or more food, more clothing, things like that. Being basically kind of like being a hoarder of one thing or more. And sloth, I would say maybe being lazy, because I know an animal sloth is kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. But like I said, I will link the videos down below so you guys can get a better view of this creator's point of view. And of course, you get each week, 6 weeks of you'll get 6 weeks to do this. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. Sorry. So you ask, okay, the 7 daily sins, like I said: pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth. So now a little history on it. It's a Greco-Roman ascendants. The 7 daily sins, as known them for pre-Christian Greek and Roman precedents, list several excellence or virtues. Let's see. Positive quality represents a golden mean between the two extremes, each of which is our devices. Courage, for example, is virtue of facing your fear and danger. Exceed courage is recklessness. We'll define courage into courage is cowardice. And I apologize if I said it wrong. They listed 7 virtues such as courage, temperance, self-control, generosity, greatness of the soul, and I forgot whatever this word is. And I will link some of this information down below. Measures anger, friendship, and wit or charm. And of course, this all goes on. So, and now the modern concept of the 7 deadly sins is linked to the Mosaic tradition, the monastic tradition of early Christian Egypt, which was left influenced by the Neoplatonist teachings of the school of Alexandria. And of course, this goes on and explains everything. The evil thoughts can be categorized as follows. Physical, which is thoughts processed by narrative, sexual, or acquisitive appetite, like sexual appetite, lust, etc. Emotional, thoughts produced by depressive, dismissive moods. Mental, thoughts brought up to jealous, enviness, boastfulness, state of mind. And like I said, this continues on, and I will link this information down below. And again, gluttony, lust, fornication, greed, sorrow, despair, wrath, sloth, vainglory, pride, and all that. Actually, that's pretty much 8, but hey, whatever. So I'll put this information down below. So my perspective and my look on this concept of doing Black Lent is doing it in reverse, working with all those 7 deadly sins that you deal with. And like I said before, my perspective, because I do have a learning disability and I like to look at things in a similar but not quite exactly exact way. I look at it as, like I said, shadow working. Shadow work through the wrath that you dealt with in your life, using that and changing that into something positive. Working through the greed. I personally don't think I probably do, and that's something that I will have to work with Hela and Loki and Fenrir. I don't know if I have any greed. Maybe my biggest greed is food and spending money on stuff that I don't quite need. And that's a whole nother video. Pride. I have to definitely work with my pride, because yeah, that's a whole nother subject. But basically, those are just some examples. I don't know what the full story is as far as what the other creator made with the White Lint version. I have to go and check out that video. And try to get a better understanding on that video. And once I do, I'll definitely do a part 2, which will be talking about my perspective of White Lint. From what I saw from other people talking about it. Okay, I'm back. This is part 2 of the Black Lint part 1 / I don't know, whatever. But anyways, this is to be continued. So, long story short, I don't know what was said between, or I don't know what was, I don't want to say between, but I don't know what the other creator said in their video as far as what their perspective is against black lint versus white lint. I haven't saw their video, as I said, but from what I was getting off from other people that was talking about it, was that there's some things that should have not been said. And like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. It's YouTube. Everybody says whatever the fuck they say. And everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But in retrospect, I just feel like that at the end of the day, we as a community need to respect each other. And understand each other. Like I said, what brought me into this pagan community is we will always have each other's back, regardless how much we can't stand each other. I met great pagans and witches in this community. I long for becoming good friends with them, and I have met really good people, and they're awesome, and all because I met them through YouTube. With that being said, I'm going to check out the other video. I may not like what the other person said, and again, that's their opinion. That's their intake on it. I personally am not a controversial type of person. I'm not the type of person to bring people down. I am more for encouraging and maybe guiding them or suggesting to word things differently. That's just me. Like I said, some people have their own opinions. Some people say things that shouldn't have been said, that should have been said differently. Some people just don't have a fucking filter. I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have a fucking filter. But hey, everybody have their own channel. They could do whatever the fuck they want with their channel, and go for that. Other than that, I hope I kind of made it easy for those who are learning, that have a learning disability like myself, clear about what the witch's black lint is. Again, I'm not typically a witch. I'm a pagan, a Norse pagan, but it is what it is. Like I said, don't come at me, don't come for me. I'm just now knowing about this stuff. I have known about it for a little bit, but I've been too busy. Life gets crazy. That's just how life is. And at least in my world, my life gets really nutty, and I don't have time to do things or research things until I have time to just kind of decompress. So I will make a part 2 of this video, which is my thoughts on the white lint. And then maybe after that, I'll do an update video on what's going on with me. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. And if I offended anybody, I apologize. That was not my intention. And 2, that's kind of your fault if you feel offended, because I wasn't trying to offend anybody. I was just trying to express how I feel. But on that note, for the creator that created the hashtag Black Lint, you do you, boo. You do you. Don't give two fucks about what other people say. If they will have their own opinions, like they say, like my great grandmother always tell me, opinions are like assholes. As I was saying when I got interrupted again, everybody has opinions. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. So, with that all being said, you guys have a blessed be night. Namaste. Skål, Hellas, and Deuces. Bye.
There's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. Sit back there and say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch. You gotta watch. That's the sad part. While you be looking for haters, some of them be closer than you fucking think. They be right there with you. Some of them is clapping right now. Look at them. Look at them.